Hello everyone and welcome to the BoxDesire. Today we'll be taking a look at what's on my tech. Famous tech YouTubers Austin Evans and Marques Brownlee have already done a what's on my tech video, so I decided to make my own version. And basically I will be showing you the applications of the gadgets that I use on a daily basis. So let's get started. My first weapon of choice is the iPhone 5. This thing I carry with me at all times, and it has the applications that I use the most. Towards the top you can see some of the stock apps such as Messages and the Calendar. However, it starts to change on the third row where I have Clear. This is a very simple app that lets you do lists for tasks and reminders. What's really cool is that it lets you prioritize from most important to less important as the color gets brighter. After that, there's my utilities folder, which has all my very needed tools. I have system utility to monitor device activity. I also have CamScanner, which is the best camera scanner in my opinion. Then there's the Adobe Photoshop Express app to edit images. Instasize helps format pictures to the Instagram format, but I also use its collage feature when I want to show 2 or more photos in one. Diptic is another app for collage making. Snaproll lets you send images from your camera roll to your Snapchat contacts. iTranslate, Dictionary, and the calculator are pretty much self-explanatory. On the second page I do have a couple interesting ones. So first is Instant Heart Rate, an app that uses the camera flash as a heart rate monitor, and it's supposed to be accurate. InstaQuote lets you put text on your photos, and Find iPhone is used to locate my other iDevices. The next folder contains all my social media apps such as YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and so on. Some that you may not know are Gadget Flow, which helps you discover cool products, as well as the Snazzy Labs app made for the YouTube channel Snazzy Labs. You should check it out if you haven't already. On the second page I have Twitch, Flickr, Vine, and finally Yik Yak, which is a feed of comments from people that are in your area, and really it's full of stupidity, but it can be entertaining every now and then. After that there's the YouTube Creator Studio to see stats and reply to comments, Snapchat, then I also have the Loyola app because that's where I go to college. In the final row there are 2 train apps because I use them to commute almost every day. You can also see the Facebook Messenger and the WhatsApp, which is another third-party messaging application. On my dock is the Mail app, phone, Safari is my preferred browser, and also Google app if I need to quickly search or look up something. On the next page I have Amazon, eBay, and Kickstarter, which are all shopping apps. Univision Deportes is for sports scores. On the second row are my music apps with streaming services such as Pandora, 8Tracks, and Spotify, and Shazam to identify songs. My gaming folder doesn't really have games, but rather apps that are used with consoles, such as iFruit app for GTA 5, Destiny for the game Destiny, and SmartGlass to connect with my Xbox 360 and see who's online. The Timeless folder has all my games that I actually play, and I usually install a lot of games but then erase them, so these are basically the ones that I've always kept. They are Limbo, an awesome indie game, Plants vs Zombies 2, Flappy Birds, and I really recommend Spikes though because I think not a lot of people know about it, but it's very basic and addictive. Mega Man X and Swingcopters. I also have the Folder app, which looks like a folder, but it's actually a secret area to hide files in which you enter your passcode by clicking on the apps and save private notes and other files. Great app, although I do hate the ads on the bottom. The benchmark apps are in the second to last folder, and really the one I use the most is the Ookla speed test to measure internet speed. In the last row I have the Office mobile app, which I hate, then Yelp to find good restaurants, and finally a folder with all the stock Apple apps I don't use. Now let's move on to my iPad. I use a 3rd generation iPad, really just for video consumption and for college. A lot of the apps are the same, such as Clear. The social media folder is almost identical, although I do have GameTrailers for video game news and reviews, as well as Skype. The utilities folder is also pretty much the same, but I do have Presentation Link to open PDFs and other files. I have a bookmarks folder with links to important school websites, The Note Tools folder also comes in handy with apps such as Word, PowerPoint. OnLive Desktop is actually very cool because it enables the use of a server to use your iPad as a Windows computer for the rest of the Microsoft Office apps. iClicker is a clicker used for my microeconomics class. Evernote is a great app to take notes, and Peek is sort of a flashcard studying tool. On my games folder, I only have 3 games: Jurassic Park Builder, of which I did a review a long time ago, RAD Soldiers, and Roller Coaster Tycoon 4. Amazon and eBay for shopping, and Netflix and Twitch are my go-to apps for watching video. In addition to YouTube, of course, which is on my dock, along Mail, Safari, and the Google app. On the second page, I have trailers for movie trailers, SketchBook X, which I think is the best drawing app, Paper by 53, also for drawing, Marvel to read comics, then this newspaper app, and finally also a folder with all the iPad stock apps I don't use. And that's pretty much it for my iPad. Finally, my new MacBook Pro, which I use to make all my videos. One thing you'll notice right away is that I don't have the dock in the bottom, and that's because I actually preferred it on the right side, because I want as much space as possible when I'm working. As far as my applications, there's really nothing that special. I use the latest iMovie to edit my videos. Microsoft Office, Excel, PowerPoint, and Word are for college because they use PCs primarily. I also have Keynote to make presentations, Pages to take notes, and numbers as well. The Twitter app I use a ton and it looks great on Mac, very quick and easy to access. Clear is the same as in my phone and iPad, except that it is optimized for Mac and it does sync via iCloud. I also have the Messages stock app to text from my computer and the calendar to see the date number from my dock. I do use Safari as my preferred browser. The dashboard shortcut also comes in handy to access the translator, calculator, and other useful tools. And that is pretty much it. Those are the applications I use the most. I hope you enjoyed. Information and a list of everything I mentioned in this video will be in the description below. Also, please remember to follow me on Twitter for more up-to-date information. And also, please click the subscribe button below for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.